Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we do soap opera reviews. Today's soap opera we're going to be reviewing is The Bold and the Beautiful that aired for Tuesday, July 19th at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, my time zone. Okay, let's get right on into The Bold and the Beautiful for today's episode. The summary they give us is Zendaya surprises Nicole with a special gift in anticipation of their romantic evening together. Child, he just sent her over a gown. Okay. Then we have Rich and Brooke leaning on one another as they discuss their respective struggles in their relationship. Pretty much, Rich has given up on Caroline that they can have a future together. And he's basically, I guess, going to look for love in Brooke. And then Brooke, she still tells Rich she's still in love with crazy head, mop head Bill. And it seems like they're going to be confronting one another. Okay, going into the first scene of the day, we have Regis over Brooke's house being entertained by her. And he's pretty much, he's just over there because he gave permission to Caroline to take the baby over to see his real dad and spend some time. They were supposed to be meeting at his loft house in Venice, California. Um, the same loft that him and Caroline had their little tryst that night when Rich walked out on her and pretty much had walked out on their relationship. But little did he know that his supposed fiance was going to be, you know, what do you call it? Putting her feelings elsewhere and being vulnerable and pretty much slept with his son through no fault of Thomas forcing himself on her. He was just there at the right time at the right moment, and she was feeling herself, and she wanted to be felt by another man who wanted to be there loving her. So that's basically what it was. Okay. But anyway, he was telling Brooke that he's basically have given them time to be somewhat of a family, the matriarch, patriarch, and them bonding as a family unit, connection. Because he overheard Thomas in a past episode displaying emotions that warranted them being a family and Xing his dad all the way out. And it wasn't too far fetched of a scenario to believe in, but he didn't hear the part where um, Caroline was saying no. It may have been a one night stand that we had with one another, and we both were consenting adults, but don't get it twisted. I still like and love your father and want to be with him and want to make it work. But she's just sick in the head. She don't know what she wants. She wants both men. She wants to be somewhat embraced by her father, by her son's father, which is Thomas. But then she don't want to let go of this whirlwind relationship she had with and built somewhat of a foundation with Ridge in another way. Because she kind of helped him get back to his bearings of drawing by helping him. And then he kind of helped her when she had broke her leg or some sort. He was helping her get back on the mending fence of all of that. So it's like one hand wash the other, and she has feelings for both men. We don't really know which one is stronger right now because, like I said, Thomas and her are developing a bond, whether it's a friendship bond that may end up into another sexual twist in the bed again, or it just may be that they're co-parenting and that's it. We have yet to know the results of that because it's just brand new for all of us and certainly for the writers. Okay, so we leave that situation. We go to Caroline. She's taking the baby over to see Thomas at Forest Creations. Why he's still there trying to call himself working, do not know, do not care. They could have left that scene out altogether. Okay, then we go to Zendaya and Sasha are wrapping up their photo shoot. Or I don't know if they really had a photo shoot because he was supposed to be shooting shoes, and she was just there in the midst of it all. And she wanted to, after Nicole left, and was, saying that she believes in her man. Her man's not going to cheat on her again with you, meaning Sasha, her sister. And, it is what it is. She was going to lead them to whatever they were going to do with each other, and that was that. But her and Zendaya weren't supposed to be having a photo shoot that day. But she was trying to like check him out and see basically did he still have it. But she was just trying to seduce him by being in something sexy and flaunting herself in front of him just to see would she get a rise out of him. And when I say rise, I mean downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But anyway, he, pretty much shot her down. He ain't kept it all that. He said if and when they work together, it'll be then, but he ain't pushing nothing. He ain't gonna get enticed by her because he know he weak. He's a weak punk. But anyway, we move on from him. Um, what's her name? Nicole is over there with her mother and father, visiting with them and whatnot. And my whole thing is, damn, Julius, when you gonna get a real house? I don't care if it's a littlest house in California, okay? You need to bite the bullet, get into your retirement fund, and get your wife a house. Then she'll probably sleep with you again. But you still have her in this old seedy, run down, motel that y'all living out of. And it seems like on y'all's or you all's warped time frame in reality, when not in our reality, but in soap opera reality land. Hell, you've been there by a year at least, okay? So I'm sick of you. You need to come on, get out of that. Hell, Rick even said he would set you up in something, okay? Get it together if you want some love, okay? If you want that kind of love, you need to get out that damn motel, okay? 'Cause I ain't even feeling it. Didn't feel it when you were just supposed to stay in there for a couple of weeks or a few months. Your time has expired. You need to step your game up and move the hell back to Chicago. Okay, that's where I'm going with it because I'm tired of you too. But anyway, we move from that situation. Um, as she's there, visiting with her parents, trying to see, what's the goings and comings of them and all that. Zende sends over a pretty gown for her to wear. And it comes, Vivian, Julius receives it from some worker that works because Nicole recognizes and tell her family who he is and where he's coming from, this, that, and the other co-worker. But I'm trying to figure out what does Nicole do. So I'm kind of confused, okay? Because she was an intern when she started. I don't know if she's on the business side. I know she's not on the fashion side. She's not a model, so I don't know. Okay, but she's found now. She done had that baby for Rick. It's all good and gravy. Whatever. Moving on from that. But Vivian opens up the dress for her because she's asking her mother to open it up and let's see what's in there. We already knew it was a gown, but I mean, then he gave her the most. It was okay. It was simple, but I was thinking of something very flamboyant, something eye popping. Almost like you going to the prom. Fuck that. I don't know what Zende get his decor, or he don't have any decor. He don't have any style of fashion because that was just, I mean, that's something you can go get out of Macy's in Atlanta or some of these wedding shops that we have. I was too done with, I was just too done with Zendaya. I'm like, no, a woman should have picked out that dress, okay? Because what he was giving me was just straight up, he don't know what the hell he doing when it comes to fashion. Anyway, but some would say it was a beautiful gown. I was like, it was average. I'd give it an 80, a 80 on an 80 scale from, it being a 1 to 100. I would give it an 80. He could have done much better. Hell, Rich could have picked out a gown better than that shit. Even Steffi had a beautiful, simple, elegant gown for the beach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was just trying to match them up when it came to, the color scheme or what he was going to be wearing, which he was in a little too tight skin of a suit. Maybe that's what they're wearing now, and he feels he needs to put it out there as well. In California, the thin looking, tight wearing suit. But I'm like, no. I mean, he looked at dapper, don't get me wrong, but I'm just used to loose suits, on a man. I don't want to see all your bulge and your definement. That's just for women, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, to each his own. Nicole, Julius, as well as Vivian were very impressed with the dress. Okay. Anyway, moving on, we go back to Ridge and Brooke. They're having a little small talk here and there about their relationships and, this, that, and the other. Quite boring. They could have kept them out of today's episode. We go to commercial. We come back. We have Zendaya looking very, I said dapper, and Sasha notices it. Okay. Only place he took her was the bedroom and the pool side. Okay. And he wasn't even really trying to get the pool side. She set that shit up like she was going to be the matriarch of the Forrester Creation family. I'm like, what possessed her to have that idea even seek in her mind? But, Sasha, whatever. Okay. But she was kind of really thrown back because it was how he was getting things together and what we had already seen. And he had sent a nice gown over to Nicole to wear for their romantic evening. She kind of felt like she was shortchanged. But, Sasha, you acted like a hoe. He treated you like a hoe. That's slut mentality. That's what you get. You should have waited. You should have played your role, stayed in your lane. And if he chose you, then that would just been gravy all the way around. But Thanksgiving has come and you have no turkey. Okay. You were the turkey. So don't get mad. Just do right and get you a man or look for a man, or the writers put her man in there. Make Zende be jealous, bring another dapper type guy in there, no matter what race it is, and that he's just fawning all over Sasha and taking her to upscale, well-known, scenes out there in LA and dressing her up all pretty and fine. Then Zende may see, I might be with the wrong woman, because to me, I don't want Zende with neither one of them, because he just played them both. He got the goodies from Sasha. Now he's working on the goodies from Nicole. I'm like, really? That's how we do? We share me? But then again, that's in the Forrester's blood anyway. Moving on from that debacle of a scene. We go back to Caroline makes a stupid remark about Lizzie and Douglas not seeing each other right now and trying to bond as cousins because of the father's relationship. I'm like, Caroline, no, I'm not gonna get on Caroline, I'm gonna get on the writers. I mean, really? Really? Y'all gave it the stupid ass plot anyway, instead of her just going on having sex and just coming out telling Rich, I don't think I want you. And I really want Thomas to know that I'm having his baby. And we could have had that all cleared up from Jump Street before Baby Douglas got in the world. And then again, it probably wouldn't even been called. The child wouldn't have been called Baby Douglas. Probably something else like Caroline, you know what I'm saying? Or since he was a boy, it could have been Thomas Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh. Took that away from Thomas too. Anywho, she just got on my goddamn nerves when she made that simple ass thoughtless comment. I'm like, see, that shows how pathetic you are, Caroline. And the writers for even writing that storyline in, because it fell flat. I was mad. I want to throw my shoe at the TV on how you all don't have some say or pretty much how you want to act out a scene. Because I'm like, give it to us straight with no chaser now. Give me something I can believe. Because that kind of shit wouldn't have flew. I would have been all over her ass. What do you mean? No, you need to get it straight in your mind. I am Douglas's father. Okay, get with it. Okay, get with it, Caroline. Okay, because we're moving forward. We're not looking in the rearview mirror. I'm going to have to set up some play dates so these two cousins can get together and they can bond and be just like the other siblings or whatever. Because I am his father, and we're going to go make this press conference because we still haven't done that yet. So everybody can get acclimated into how this is my child and forget Ridge. Okay, but like I said, silly things, silly things. I don't know what the writers are trying to prove, but they need to get it together because I'm tired of Ridge being referred to as, okay, Douglas's, that's his son. Anyway, moving on from there, the writers made a big mistake, but that's not, unheard of. We go to Ridge. Ridge is getting on Brooke about still liking Bill. This is going to be a whole nother issue, Ridge. You're going to have to take her to Paris and move on, get it on, but straighten out Katie first, because old crazy Bill took a psychotic pill or took a lesson from Quinn, and he's just acting out of pocket all the way around. So, yes, check his ass first, get him on deck, and get him straight, get Katie back with having sole custody, because Bill don't need sole custody of no child. Okay, not really. Or let them have joint custody, okay? And then she needs to get a nice payoff, and Katie need to go find her own foundation or her own company to develop it. That's what she want to do. Personally, I think she need to, now she'll need to go to Paris with them, because she might end up messing with Ridge on the side, because they both done had both of their men's, back in the day on previous episodes. She was with Ridge at one time. So she was doing the same thing her sister did. So, I mean, that's like calling the pot calling the kettle black. Okay? I digress from that situation. We move on. Okay. We're at Julius and Vivian. They're getting their love connecting, animalistic type ways back. But evidently, Julius is wanting that sexual connection. That's not happening right now. And I can understand it. Hey, Vivian, like, you could have gave me AIDS. You could have gave me some herpes where I couldn't get rid of. You didn't even think about that issue. I don't care if you was capping it up, meaning wrapping it up or whatever. Guess what? You still brought a child in this world without my knowledge, and you raised her to grow, being an adult child, and she had to keep this life of you being her father hidden all this time. I'm still not feeling you. I don't want you on me right now. Okay, so I don't know if they need to have therapy, couples therapy, to try to get the groove and the mood back, but Julia, just like being a man, he did his funk and spread his junk around, and he think he can come back and everything be hunky dory. But Vivian, being his wife, she does have the right to get out the marriage because he committed a fraud. He committed infidelity, and some people can't forgive it. Well, they can forgive it, but can't forget it, and that would stall your relationship. So pretty much like I had to get out of my marriage because I could not assume my wifely duties with someone that had stepped out on me. Okay, never knew who it was, didn't care to know who it was, but I knew it happened. He admitted to it. End of discussion. So you never get that back. And for me, I could not get it back to be with a man whom I had been with for some years prior to us getting married, and for him to do what he did in the 3 or 4 years that we were married, and it's just unforgivable. I mean, it was unforgivable at the time, and I end up healing and forgiving him for his shortcomings, and I wished him well, but I could not get back into a situation. So Vivian really, or the writers need to really understand that dynamics and either let her mend back to him in a sexual type of ordeal, because you do need sex in marriage or in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's just that bonding that you make with your mate, that y'all become one and whole, and the emotions that y'all be expressing that only you and that person will understand and feel. So they need to get that straight or leave it alone. That's it. Um, and like I said, Vivian is trying, but I don't know if she's trying hard enough. She need to come in account with her feelings and be, really sincere with herself about what she's willing to take and what she can't take. And if it means putting Julius to the back burner and finding her another man, then go let have. You know what I'm saying? But he don't have to need to. Well, he don't need to be put off. Because he's gonna make him go and have another affair. Because a man needs to get jumped out from here and there to keep their sanity. But anyway, we leave that situation, go to Zende. Zende has showed up to pick up Nicole. Nicole comes out of the bathroom looking, very nice, like a little Cinderella princess. And, I'm thinking Zende is taking her somewhere really nice. Child, please. Okay. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Then they don't took this girl over to his house that he stayed at, meaning the Forrester compound. I mean, how insensitive. Most people would view it as a nice little gesture, this, that, and that. But I'm like, hell, Nicole done been to that goddamn house. She done probably slept over that house. She done seen the moon come up, the sun done set, and all that shit, with the sun rising as well. Zende, I expected more from you. I really did. I really, really did. Okay, but it's just, and then tomorrow y'all might be in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Your bed that you share with Sasha. Now, how empty-headed and empty-minded is that going to be? Why couldn't you take this child out for a night on the town, have a rooftop candlelight dinner? I mean, where is your romanticism? I mean, does everything have to be, cheapo love? Well, you ain't paying for that. I mean, hell, those chefs you had, they probably are already on your grandfather's payroll. They probably cook his meals. Okay. So that shit you had was just played out totally. I was totally wanting to throw you over the terrace roof for that little shit you played. I mean, all the stuff you don't took this girl through, don't slept with her sister, this, that, and the other. Can we just get rid of Zende altogether? Put him in a coma, or let another male attraction come in. Like I said, I don't care what flavor he in. He can be in a Caucasian, Asian, Indian, Pakistani, Muslim. Who cares? Bring her some more delicious type flavor up in there, and let Zende look and take notes of how a man really supposed to romanticize his so-called woman. I mean, Zende was up there, dancing with her, taking her out on the terrace, speaking sweet nothing to her. Hell, he looked like he wanted to propose to her. And he was saying all the things that you would think a man would say when you're finna actually propose to them. Then she come up trying to say the same shit to him. I'm like, are y'all gonna get married tonight or what? That would have been special and on point. But again, then they just ready for the butt. He ready to get his rocks knocked off. But that, like I said, that was so freaking tacky. Spend your money that you're making at forced creation. Or hell, spend some of your inherited money and take that girl out for a real day. Hell, you could have took her to New York City and had a fun-filled event night. Yeah, took it to, let's say, the whole freaking week. You know what I'm saying? You a forester, you can do that. Ain't nobody really checking for you anyway. It's your family business. Yeah, they want to miss you. You ain't doing them to take pictures anyway. Whew. Writers, y'all gonna have to do better. Y'all gotta really do better, okay? Because I ain't liking this shit. I am not liking it, okay? That was full tomfoolery, what you showed me tonight, of him supposed to be doing what he was doing. And if we're gonna have this little sexual scene, like I said, he gonna take her back up to his bedroom, the same bedroom he slept with Sasha in. I don't know how many times, how many escapades they done had up there. That's too much. Okay. And Nicole need to recognize it. Okay. Totally. He need to really move out the house, really. Give him his own digs. He too damn freaking old to be staying with his family anyway. I don't care if they had 50 rooms up in there. Okay. And he just had one wing. Nah, you need your own shit. I need to see you being a man and not living off your folks. You already sitting up there, got a privileged type job working with them. Okay. I need you to do something on your freaking own, like own your own place. Okay. Moving on to him because he's just getting me too upset. Okay. And he's not really worth it. He's not worth it. Okay. Anyway, we move from there. We go, where are we going? We'll go back to Julius and Vivian. They're having small talk. He's saying he wants to be with her sexually. She's saying she's trying, she ain't there yet. So give it up. Give it up, Bobo. Give it up. Go whack yourself off. Do what you got to do. But Vivian ain't hearing you right now. She ain't hearing you. Okay, then we go to Thomas, is living at Ridge's old digs in Venice, California, and Carolina's over there. Well, she's supposed to have been over there, but he was at work. That scene didn't even take place. They was at forced creation, so even Ridge didn't even know where they was. See what I'm saying? But anyway, Ridge is telling Brooke his dad fired him. He didn't think that his dad would ever fire him, even though he made that infraction of, messing up that morality clause, which really gave him the firing power to do what he did, and he did it. So now he's kind of like, ooh, I think I need to move out the Forrester compound too, because he might throw me out the house. And then Brooke said, "You just going too far." And I'm like, no, he ain't, Brooke, because if his dad having anything to do with it, and he does confess to the family that he's seeing Quinn, he's gonna want to move back into the house and make Quinn a matriarch, which I don't know how that's gonna play out. Not with Steffi on the road. She's on the road, honey. But anyway, we'll let that play out. We'll see what the writers got for us on that spin. But we leave that situation, go back to Thomas Douglas and Caroline. They're still bonding and talking over everything about, I guess, meshing together as a family. Not necessarily him and Caroline becoming a couple, but just how they are now without Ridge's input and him being anywhere around. We go to commercial, we come back. We still got the small talk going on with Brooke and Ridge. And in a sense, it seems like they're bonding and leaning on each other, as such as the summary they gave us for today's episode. So they're trying to play that little plot up. We go back to Thomas. He's holding baby Douglas, and he's just asking too many goddamn questions. I'm like, you act like you ain't, you act like you ain't had no cousins or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never held a baby before, even though it wasn't your child, but still the whole essence of seeing a little newborn and you holding it, or even a little infant. I mean, come on now. But, maybe he's got the little jitters because it's his child and this, that, and the other. So she's asking all these crazy questions about, I'm doing this right? Am I holding him right? Or what if, I'm like, oh, you're too much, Thomas. Get a video, a first-time father's video when they're bringing the baby home. Maybe that'll help you. Get a few books, okay? Or just call, like everybody, trial and error. Don't nobody know what they're doing. They have their first child, and they don't have their mothers or, some loved ones of a nurturing type of female intuition of, having babies before and helping you in, somewhere in your family, and they're helping you out. It's trial and error, baby. Trial and error. You're not going to kill them, okay? the babies are somewhat resilient. They know more than what you know when you're a first time parent, okay? And they're very well, what do you call it, resistant of any harm unless you just throw them to the floor, whatever. But you know they're very pliable, okay? So you can't really do any harm, okay, to them, okay? But anyway, Thomas will figure that out later on. We go to Julius. Julius showing Vivian how to play golf, and they are both remembering, you know, their younger years when they were Zende and Nicole's age, and how you know things was. And he's constantly telling Julius is constantly telling Vivian how beautiful she was then, how beautiful and vivacious she is now, and he's just trying to get in them draws. That's all. That's all Julie's trying to do. He's trying to soothe his way back up into her panties, honey. But anyway, Vivi ain't hearing it. She ain't hearing it right now. Okay. Um. Then we go back to Zende and Nicole. They're both, like I said, out on the terrace, and you know, after from dancing, I guess from after eating dinner. Hell, I didn't see any dinner, and I didn't see too much of anything. You know what I'm saying? But just a lovely type of setting. But like I said, he could have did that shit a lot more better. I'm through with his ass because he just pretty much throwing all these like wedding vows out that really is not a wedding type setting or anything. I'm just sick of him because he just want to get them draws. That's basically what Zende want to do. And that's pretty much what's the scene because the rest of it ain't worth talking about. He got a scene when ain't worth putting in there, okay? Whew. He would have did better if he just took her off to Vegas and got married and, you know, came back as man and wife, you know, and then had sex then that way. But like I said, it was no. No, didn't like that at all. But anyway, that was the Bold and the Beautiful for today, Tuesday, July 19th. We'll look forward to coming back with some more interesting and hopefully believable scenes and enjoyable scenes with passion and excitement. That's what I'm waiting on. You know, and they didn't give it to me today. But I'll be back tomorrow, God willing, giving you more play by play and blow by blow of the Bold and the Beautiful. Look out for it, guys. Have a good night. Bye.